Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our very first call of July. Coming up this winter, and it's 8 o'clock. And tonight, I'm very excited because we are having the second of our Let's Be Frank calls, and tonight we are all talking immune boosting calls. I know that the load shedding is a struggle. I know that most of the presenters tonight is having load shedding, and mine will kick in any second. So you will probably see, hopefully I'll stay on the call because my inverter will kick in. But I thought to start this call, I will share tomorrow's load shedding schedule with you. So if you are confused as me, that is the load shedding schedule for tomorrow. Um, and then I want to just make a disclaimer for this call because tonight we are going to talk about the Young Living essential oils, and we are going to talk about what we actually can use them for. Now, we do need to just remind you of the disclaimer for this presentation, that this presentation is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Now, we know a presentation can't do that, but let's say this information, right? So also this information on this document is for the South African market only. So on the call, I am very lucky to have with me Aditi, as well as, which is the corporate brand manager for Young Living South Africa, as well as Fran, which is our chemist and our pharmacist. Oh, not chemist, pharmacist, sorry, Fran. Now they both have load shedding at the moment, and they've had load shedding already for 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So they are not going to switch on the camera, so we do apologize for that because they are running on low battery as well as very limited connectivity. So we apologize for that tonight. But welcome to the call, Aditi and Fran. How are you doing?
Hi Lee, I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. You were a bit under the weather this week, so thank you for joining us for this call. And Fran, how's it going there by you?
I don't see Francisca on this call. I'm sure she's having
Oh,
connectivity issues.
hey, okay. Um, okay, so we will just have to go forward, right, Aditi?
Yeah, let's go for it. I'll try my hand at pharmacy this evening.
Yeah, well, I'm sure between the both of us and Google, I'm sure we will be sorted. Okay, so the first, so we're going to go through quite a bit of oils tonight. The first one being lavender. And now I know that lavender is one of it's known as the Swiss Army knife of oils. I know that how I know lavender is that we were told to diffuse it before part of our bedtime regime, because it relaxes us. I know that it is also a skincare oil. So those are the sort of how I know it. But now we can say much more about this oil, right? Oh, there's Francisco on the call now. Hey, friend.
Yes. Thank you. Hi,
Hi, Fran.
everyone.
Oh, sure.
I'm very relieved you joined this call.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Me and Aditi was just wondering how we're going to do these claims if I can't pronounce half of the words. Okay? So welcome on the call.
Yo, I
So
hope I won't be kicked out again. Yo, the network is very unstable.
yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to make the best of this. So did you, when I say lavender, what do you think about?
So when I think of lavender Lee, I think of just calmness. I think of the amazing smell, and it takes me back to 3 years ago when my little one was tiny and a horrible sleeper, and I would rub lavender under her feet, and she would sleep so well. So that's what lavender really means to me. It takes me back to that. So when everyone says lavender, I think sleep immediately. And we know that lavender also reduces stress, right? And that when you are less stressed and calmer, you sleep better.
Mm,
And
mm,
stress is really so bad for our immunity. So I'm not sure about you guys, but I noticed that when I'm stressed and I've had a long period of stress, I'm bound to get a cold or a flu, feel under the weather.
Mm.
Um, so I've really noticed that. And what lavender does, it helps our body and ourselves, and it protects us from harmful free radicals that we're exposed to. I mean, in this day and age, smokers, you know, if your partner or your husband smokes, and those harmful free radicals are all over. So lavender really helps with that.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, that's great. Fran, before we come to the actual claims, my introduction
Mm.
to lavender was I burned myself at the hydroboil in the office, right? And lavender really soothes the burn immediately. It wasn't a bad burn with blisters, but it was a red mark. And it was really soothing on that. So I immediately felt relief on that. So is that part of the claims, or was this what would have caused?
Mm. Yes, it is actually part of the claims. I'm so glad you mentioned it because it has some antiseptic and some healing properties actually for minor cuts and abrasions. And even when there's a study that was done when it comes to people with headaches. So 67% of the people from a pool of like, let's say 100%, after they were made to smell lavender for 20-minute intervals, the headache symptoms were relieved. So it's quite very good for relieving headache symptoms. And it's what I like as well about it is like what Aditi mentioned, that it also is very good for calming and sleep. So that one as well, it reduces occurrence of symptoms of mild anxiety, hence inducing sleep. You know, for some people when they are stressed out about something, or they've got like mild anxiety, maybe you have something pressing that is happening the following day, or just anxious. The minute you smell lavender, it calms you down, and on top of that helps with sleeping. So which I found was a double whammy when it comes to lavender. And then it also relieves symptoms of muscle pain and strain, which for especially people, you go on a hike and you've got your bottle of lavender, then you can easily massage afterwards for symptoms of mild sprains. And then it also decreases abdominal spasms. You know, you just start feeling like you've got a stomach cramp from nowhere. You've got lavender in your bag. Just massage on the abdominal area, and trust me, the spasms will gradually reduce. And as well, for some people who've got rheumatic aches and pains, they're very good. Massaging with lavender also helps with rheumatic aches and pains. And I think it will come quite handy, especially for people with those mild and rheumatic aches and pains that just want to use essential oils for that.
I mean,
So I love it. Love it.
I can see why we call this was arm enough, because this seems you can use it from your top, from your face to your toes, right?
I'm
So
telling you.
it's this is definitely a one that a 5 ml or a 15 ml that you have to get every month. That because this can be used for most things. Aditi, do you want to tell us how to use this?
Yeah, sure. So Lee, you- we've just heard all the amazing claims on lavender, and it is such an excellent beauty skincare oil. So lavender really, we know it's calming, it's soothing. Many of us suffer from redness on the skin that's actually caused from from some sort of inflammation. So lavender is a great product to use in an anti-redness serum because it just calms and soothes the skin. And yeah, so that's great. And then when applying your makeup and things, everything just looks so much better when that redness is reduced. It's also a great for body care. So if you want to add it to your body lotion, it smells amazing, especially for your evening routine. It will make you sleep like a baby. And then lavender is really my go-to when I think of putting together or making a bath salt, because it's just really so relaxing. At the end of the day, you just want to have a calming, soothing lavender bath salt bath, and it's just so good, and it de-stresses you. I mean, for those of us that work, sit in traffic, have kids, families, husbands, it's just so much sometimes, and lavender just helps you de-stress at the end of the day. It's great for massages, and we know lavender smells amazing. I mean, Who do you know, Lee, that this doesn't love the smell of lavender?
Yeah, I agree, and this is for me one of the
Mm,
one of the prettiest plants that we have. Not the pretty, I mean, there's beautiful plants that we, but on a field, a lavender field. I mean, we went to Croatia and they had a little tiny little patch of lavender there, but it was beautiful to see how beautiful our lavender plants look. And there's a beautiful testimonial from, I assume it's Sharon or Stephanus, or both of them on the call, that says that she ingests a drop for hay fever and it works instantly. So that for her, so that's a great story. I mean, we love hearing the testimonials. And if you guys want to say what you guys use this also for, share with the other brand partners on the call, you're more than welcome to do that, and we'll share it on the call as well. So the
mm,
next oil is an oil that I actually knew about before I knew actually about essential oils. I think this is this is an oil that we all heard about when we were teenagers or growing up, and that is tea tree, right? So DT,
mm.
talk us through what we normally talk about tea tree, for me, what's interesting about this call is that all these things is related to immune boosting, right? And that's such a valuable thing this time of year.
Yeah, so Lee, I think growing up, as you reach those years of puberty and you start getting a few pimples and zits and your skin's not happy and oily, everybody recommends tea tree. So that's what we know tea tree for. We know it's
Mm,
antibacterial, antifungal, and it's really great for acne prone skin. But then what I always say is remember that tea tree is only effective if it's a good quality tea tree. And the tea trees that you see in retail are not really as effective. So I remember when I was a teen, tried tea tree, didn't work. And then I was like, oh, I'm never going to try that again. I thought it's almost like an old wives' tale. But now that I've used Young Living tea tree on my breakouts, in 3 days at most, your breakout's over and done with. So you can just see that the quality makes such a big difference. So
Yeah,
it's not just any tea tree, it's Young Living tea tree. So
and
that's what I want to just
mm,
stress.
yes, and I
mm.
agree with that because this, I have to be honest, that the smell of tea tree is overwhelming a little bit, right? Young living tea tree, right? Well, and I think that's pure because it's so pure, and that's because it's so potent, and that's why it's so good. So it's not the best of smelling oils, but it's really an effective oil. So, Fran, do you want to take us through some of claims that we got and explain them to us?
Yes, please. Yes, and I love what you mentioned, Aditi, that the highest or the most highlighted thing or aspect about tea tree is its antibacterial, antifungal uses. So we find that they relieve symptoms of mild fungal infection, fungal infections. They relieve symptoms of acne because they work on the bacteria called P. acnes, which usually is there on inflammatory acne. And then that prickling skin associated with eczema, it works perfectly for that because sometimes if eczema or dermatitis is not treated, it ends up being infected by bacteria. So tea tree helps with the prickling skin associated with the eczemas and dermatitis. And then it also relieves symptoms of mild psoriasis. You know, at times people with psoriasis get inflammation. So tea tree has got anti-inflammatory properties as well, which helps relieve the symptoms of mild psoriasis. And then as well, like I said, it has got antifungal properties. So it helps as well with people who unfortunately maybe used the gym shower and you find yourself with athlete's feet. So it works very well to relieve the symptoms of athlete's feet, you know, the cracks and the pain that and inflammation that is associated with athlete's feet. And as well, because of its antibacterial and antifungal properties, it also relieves symptoms of minor skin wounds and it's got healing properties as well. So mostly anti-inflammatory and the antibacterial properties work for minor skin wounds. And that is amazing because if you just keep tea tree oil in your house, you've got an antibacterial and an antifungal oil always handy. And it works for so many different conditions.
Wow,
This,
friend, that's so amazing. Um, and
Mm,
then so we sort of knew all of these um, claims or these benefits of tea
mm,
tree, But what I didn't know is that it stimulates the immune system, right? And they say
Mm.
that this oil's anti-pathogen properties make it useful in fighting a variety of illnesses. So, Fran, I'm going to leave it up to you to explain what an anti-pathogen is, because I know that's your area of expertise.
Yes. So a pathogen basically is anything that can cause a disease. So that's why if we say that something is an anti-pathogen, it means that it kills basically germs, it kills bacteria, it kills fungi that can possibly cause a disease. So that is one great property of tea tree, that it's got antibacterial and antifungal properties, and hence that's why it's called an antipathogen, because a pathogen is anything that can infect the body and then causes a disease and would want an immune response from your system. Because the minute your body senses that there is a foreign body, or there's a foreign pathogen or a foreign germ, then the body now triggers itself to fight it. And tea tree actually helps the body in that with its immune boosting properties, basically. So it's really awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is great. I mean, and if you look at the testimonials by Rihanna, she said she saved her tooth by putting a drop of thieves
Mm,
tea and peppermint on a toothbrush, and with her toothpaste, and then brushing. It also numbs the gum, right? That's amazing to know. As well
mm,
as a drop or two on the tongue is very effective for a sore throat. Never too hard to learn,
And
right?
because it is. It's so amazing, and it always narrows back to its antibacterial properties. Because when you've got a sore throat, it's a bacteria that's actually causing that, and tea tree then counters that bacteria by its antibacterial properties. So it is so amazing.
So
Yeah.
can we? So sorry, Aditi. So friend, if for instance, if I use this, for instance, around my dustbin, will it help killing germs as well, like for cleaning? Or,
Yes,
okay.
you can if there is like a substantiated formula that you can use a number of drops. Yes, definitely you can, because it fights germs, it fights pathogens, it fights bacteria. So
Oh,
as long as there's any bacteria or fungi, then definitely it will fight.
awesome. Other uses,
Mm.
Aditi?
Sure. So now we know that tea tree makes you look beautiful from the outside and can protect you from all these nasty germs around. That's really impressive. Um, so you can inhale tea tree, and in addition to making you feel better and killing the germs and the bacteria, you can use it in your meditation and your yoga routines. And it really gives you a feeling, a grounding and centering feeling. So that's also a really nice benefit of tea tree. As I said, known as a skincare oil. So you add a few drops to your favorite lotion, shower gel, or carrier oil for cleansed and clear skin. And just note that
Mm.
tea tree makes a great toner, especially for those of you that have acne prone skin. Tea tree is a must have. You can run a warm bath and add a few drops of tea tree in your bath. And then it's also great when you use it in your massage oil. So there's many recipes out there where you can just throw in a few drops of tea tree, and it's actually just such a great massage oil, and it helps to relax tired muscles. So they say lavender is a Swiss Army knife. I think we have many Swiss Army knives in our range.
I
I
see.
know, right?
The next, okay, so Carol's, there's another one that just came through. My friend has fungus on her toe for years. She couldn't get rid of it, but after using a living tea tree, she is sorted. Now, that is an awesome story. Thank you, Carol. Guys, keep on the
Very
testimonials. That is exactly what we mentioned. Now, the next oil, I have to admit, as soon as I smell it, I think of Sunday roasted chicken because and that is what it reminds me of. And we all know that oils remind us of something, right? But unfortunately, that is the connection I have with rosemary. And this is one of the oils that always eludes me because I never know what to do with it. So, guys, please take us
Mm.
through what we can do with rosemary.
So rosemary, Lee, is a very popular immune boosting oil. It has many, many herbal benefits and healing properties. And it's got antimicrobial properties, which Francisca can explain a little bit more on. But
Yes.
yeah, she can explain all the scientific stuff. Um, but it's particularly helpful for respiratory issues and your upper tract respiratory issues. It's a hot oil, so it's very important to be careful when using rosemary. It's very strong. Use it sparingly, but the benefits are just amazing. And I know Lisa was saying um, this week it was that how it's helped her husband um, on his fingers with his skin and having cold blisters. So just an amazing oil for skin as well.
Definitely. And like we said, an antimicrobial, or I'll start from a microbe. A microbe is a microscopic organism that actually can cause a disease. So when we say rosemary is antimicrobial, it works on those microscopic organisms that can cause diseases, specifically in the upper respiratory. So what is so fascinating about the human body is that different bacteria or microbes work on different parts of the body. So I remember there was once a call where I talked about the microbes that or bacteria that works on the surface of the skin, like Staphylococcus aureus. And then we have those that work on the upper respiratory. Upper respiratory is like the nose, the throat, up to your trachea, and then going down, that's lower respiratory. So rosemary works for upper respiratory issues, maybe nose, throat going down. So when I come to the claims, we can see that it reduces the symptoms of cold and flu. So you know that with the cold, you can have a cough. So, and the cough is also bacterial. You can have a stuffy nose. So it works on those microbes that actually work on cold and flus. And then it works on the inflammation as well that is caused by colds and flus. And then when you're experiencing digestive discomfort as well, it can act as a carminative and an antispasmodic. You've got stomach cramps, stomach spasms. It works very well for that. And when you massage it as well after a gym session, it works for minor muscle pains associated with sprains and strains. So it is very, very good for that. And as well, minor skin irritations like cuts, bruises, and burns, because it's got some healing properties that actually help with that, the skin irritations, the cuts, the bruises, and as well the burns. And it also helps at the same time to prevent them getting infected. You know, when you've got a minor burn, it is so painful, and it is always advised not to put like an elastoplast or a band-aid on it, because we want it to heal naturally. And sometimes when it is exposed, it can get infected. So it also, rosemary will help as well to prevent it getting infected as well, which is really awesome.
Sure. So thanks for that, Francisca. So rosemary is also
Mm,
another oil that you need in winter, uh,
yeah.
helping with your immune system. So there's so many ways you can use rosemary. You can inhale it for a burst of energy.
Mm,
It's really got a nice earthy, aromatic a scent. So I personally love the smell of rosemary. I know there's people out there that don't, but I do. You can
mm,
add it to your bath because it soothes aching muscles. So you can just pop a few drops into your bath, and it really helps to relax you. It's great for a massage because of the relaxing benefits and the fact that it can relieve joint and muscle pain.
mm.
So, and then it's also, as you said, Francisca, it's got antiseptic properties on the skin, so you can apply it topically to your skin. It's rich in antioxidants, so definitely an oil to keep on hand for winter.
And not only to keep on hand for winter, but to keep in the kitchen, right? Not only can you cook amazing recipes with it, but if you cut yourself while cooking that recipes, the oil is right there. And there's
Mm.
amazing testimonials here from Antoinette that says that she used it in her hair, put in shampoo and conditioner. her hair doesn't fall out as much. And then Carol said her mom's had Alzheimer's. She made a roller with lavender, rosemary, and orange. She diffused rosemary and orange in the day. She would be confused on arrival, but after applying at the top of the head and the temples, and got the diffuser going, within 5 minutes she would be chatting to me normally. Rosemary is memory for sure. That is an amazing testimonial from Carol. And then Claudia said, welcome back, Claudia. She said, it's actually just looked up what it helps for. Pigmentation that because I have on my face, I found out that rosemary and tea tree are great. So I'm going to try it. I'm glad that we are convincing people, because this is one of the oils that I really did not know what to do with. So is the next one, right? Because the other these
Just
oils,
one more thing on rosemary, Lee. Sorry to interrupt you. So we
no.
know that we lash serums and eyelashes and eyelash extensions and all the rest that us as ladies go through. Lee, you will not understand how important eyelashes are to us, right? um, rosemary and lavender makes an amazing lash serum.
Oh
So
wow.
you could just get a component, a mascara component, pop in a few drops of lavender and rosemary, top it up with V6, apply it at night to your lashes, and you will see a massive difference. And then another way you can use it is you can actually just add a drop of rosemary and a drop of lavender into your mascara that you use every day. And so while you have beautiful, long, voluminous lashes, you can also reap the benefits of lavender and rosemary.
Oh wow, that's
Oh, so
awesome DIY. I like that.
I did see. Is this directly directed to me and my long luscious lashes?
I did not want to say
We know
that.
you love your lashes,
I,
Francisca.
I was not about to say that. Okay. So if you had a more stable connection, our brand partners would have seen what you're talking about. So the oil that I was referring to, that I also, this one I still confused about, because it's remind me about Italian cooking as well, and that is oregano or oregano, oregano essential oil. Please help.
So, Lee, on oregano, right? So, like you said on rosemary, you had no idea how to use this oil. That's how I felt about oregano. But over the time, I've learned that it is a rich antioxidant, right? And then all
Mm.
of those scientific words over there, I'm not even going to try because Francisca is going to help us. But I know it's a very, very powerful antioxidant and it protects us against harmful free radicals. And then it also
Mm.
has antifungal properties that can support the immune system and protect us against toxins. So oregano, definitely another oil that you need for winter. It's great for you and your family's immune system.
Definitely. And like it says, oregano is like the first response to sickness. It helps trigger the immune system to help beat bacterial illnesses. So it works as like a trigger for the immune system, and it's got main components cover crawl. They stand out as a potent antiviral. So right now we're in the flu season, and we know that flu is a virus. So oregano has got cover crawl that stands out against antiviral infections, and then it kills bacteria as well, making it a very good antibacterial agent. And it may help to lower cholesterol, but then obviously when we direct it to like medical conditions like this, you should use it at the discretion as well of your health professional. You should consult your doctor or your nurse, but it may help to lower cholesterol as well. And it's a very great natural antioxidant for gut health. You know, we want to be healthy, we want to be fit, you want to eat and not get so bloated. So it's a natural antioxidant that just helps with general gut health. And then it also reduces inflammation, which is really great, because an anti-inflammatory at any given moment in time, because there's so many conditions that give inflammation. You can have a cold, and then you have inflammation. You can fall down, have inflammation. You can burn yourself, have inflammation. So it is very good with reducing inflammation.
Well, that's really interesting for me. I mean, because I was totally confused with this oil. So, can you tell us what is the in this rosemary? I can't even pronounce it. Rosmarinic acid.
Rosmarinic acid.
Yeah. What is
Yes.
that?
So rosmarinic. So it is a powerful antioxidant. So antioxidants are they've got different names and different properties according to the chemical structures that they have. So this is more like a scientific name for that component. So it's a rosmarinic acid, which is a powerful antioxidant that goes against damage by free radicals. And then that one is thymo, obviously. And then that's why there's also another high, oregano is got covacrol, which is also an antioxidant. So yeah.
Awesome. So, Aditi, how do we use it? Yeah, and Vinola just said, remember, it's a very hot oil, so just be careful when you use it, right?
Mm.
So, Lee, you can inhale oregano to renew the senses. You can add it to your massage oil. Uh, it's great, and then we know that it's you can pair it with other oils like tea tree. So, two hot oils in your massage oil that DIY will be great for your muscles. You can also um, I want to say you can get veggie capsules. You
Yeah.
can add a few drops to your veggie capsules, and that's how you can take
Mm.
it daily for the immune boosting
Oh,
antioxidant benefits, right? And you can also add it to your
Mm.
water for a refreshing start to your morning. And then oregano, we know, is great to use in the kitchen for baking and cooking. So your roasts and things like that, it is just so powerful, and it's such a great herbal oil.
yeah. So this is two very. So now for me, this answers the question because I've got both these oils at home. I have not even I've broken the seal on them because I've smelled how they smell, but I've never used one drop. So at least I know what to do with them now. So this is really awesome. Now the next one is the oil that I know, which is Eucalyptus globulus. Although I'm more partial to Eucalyptus radiata because globulus is a bit strong for me. But
Mm.
what? So this one, what is it? Well, why globulus? Let's find out why globulus.
So Lee, like you said, so I personally I use radiata on my daughter because it's just so much more gentle and suitable for use on kids. And globulus I use for myself, especially this week when I was not feeling so great. It is much
Mm.
stronger, but it's just so effective. I mean, I just drop a few drops on my shower floor when I'm not feeling so great, and I have a shower, and that steam is absolutely amazing to just clear your sinuses and everything, especially in this cold weather when we're catching all sorts of bugs. It's a great oil. It basically helps with your respiratory, right? And it gives you that support. So when you inhale Eucalyptus globulus, initially, well, my experience with it is initially, wow, this is just so strong, but just so effective, and I feel so much better after inhaling Eucalyptus globulus. It has fantastic
Mm.
anti-inflammatory benefits, and it helps with your breathing essentially. So that's what we know
Mm.
eucalyptus for, but it also has so many other benefits. So Francisca's going to
Mm.
take us through that.
Definitely. And one thing that I should highlight is the strong anti-inflammatory effects of Eucalyptus globulus. That's why I'm going to go down the claims. You will see that it works for different kinds of conditions or basically conditions or diseases because of its powerful anti-inflammatory effects. But I will not take away as well its strong respiratory support. So as we can see, it's a great expectorant and a purifier for mild symptoms of cold and flu. So you know how, like I said before, colds and flu are caused by viruses, and this actually works a bit like an antiviral as well. It relieves symptoms of acne. When you know how some acne, especially the acne that is caused by P. acnes, it's got a lot of inflammation associated with it. So it relieves symptoms of acne as well because of its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. And it also works on the prickling skin associated with the mild eczemas and dermatitis on the surface of the skin. So that as well, its anti-inflammatory properties help with that. And then it helps as well with the symptoms for mild psoriasis. And we know that psoriasis, I don't know if you've ever met anyone with psoriasis, they have got extreme inflammation and it's very painful and it's reoccurring. It can be on, off and on. So it helps as well because of its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It relieves some of those symptoms of mild psoriasis. And it also works on the symptoms of athlete's feet. Athlete's feet is quite painful. For those of you who've never had it, it's quite painful because it feels as if there's cracking and pain in between the toes. So it works again for the symptoms of athlete's feet, the inflammatory symptoms of athlete's feet. And then it relieves symptoms of minor skin wounds or scratches or abrasions. And as well, it's got some healing properties that help with that, together with working for inflammation. So it is really, really awesome.
That is really great. I suffer from psoriasis very badly on my elbow,
Mm,
my knees. And also,
mm,
this is great because I do use tea tree. I do know about Eucalyptus globulus. So I will definitely try this out as well. But also, although it doesn't help for this condition itself, but the lavender with relaxation, because I mean, psoriasis also my psoriasis flare up when I'm stressed, right? So even though
mm.
the lavender doesn't help with the symptoms of the redness or whatever, but it does help with the relaxation of my mind, which helps with the stress, which decreases the inflammation part of my psoriasis part. So, DT, how do we use it?
So, like my suggestion would be the best way to use Eucalyptus globulus is to inhale it. So you can either inhale it in the palm of your hands, which I've been doing this whole week because I've been so desperate for some sort of relief. And diffusing it is great as well. And it can actually assist with the symptoms of sinusitis and allergies that people experience. So as we move into spring and the warmer months, um, it's also great for that. As I said, I love using it in the shower, and a great way to use it is just to add a few drops onto a face scrub and let it steam in the shower, and you actually feel so refreshed, and you're actually able to just breathe so much better when you get out of that shower. And then it's great for cleaning because it's got antimicrobial properties, which Francisca's just explained to us. So it helps to clear surfaces of potential illness.
Hmm. That's great. So I think most of these oils that we've been, a lot of these oils tonight is hot oils. So I also just Renola's meant to mention about oregano is a very hot oil. So eucalyptus also or globulus is really also a hot oil. So make sure that you've got V6 close by or carrier oil. And when you get it in your eye, I've learned the hard lesson with thieves. Do not put water. It makes it worse. Okay, carrier oil for hot oils, right, to decrease the burn. The next one is one of my favorites, peppermint. Okay, not only do I like the smell of it, my favorite cupcakes is the ones with Young Living peppermint in it. Okay, so I have to say that's one of it just brings out the chocolate in the cupcake so much more. So that is my favorite use. I know that's not the real uses, and I'm sure there's better. Cupcakes is not going to help my immune boosting, but how can peppermint help us?
So, Lee, one of the uses that I know that is popular for peppermint is people diffuse it during their workouts. It
Mm,
allows them to focus and really get a good workout in. So I know Norman in our office, he loves diffusing peppermint in his morning workout routines, and especially for those of you that work out early in the morning, it really helps to wake you up and get you going. So a great oil to diffuse in the morning. Um, and it just smells nice. I mean, everybody loves the smell of peppermint, right? But it's so much more than just that. Peppermint is an antifungal and antibacterial. It offers these properties. So it can help protect your
mm,
body against colds, fevers, and the common flu. So that's
definitely.
really something that we need this time of year. So, Francisca, if we can just take us through
Mm.
the claims.
Yes, definitely. So, like you said, peppermint can help protect your body, meaning it can act as may act as an immune booster so that your body stays protected against colds, fevers, and common colds. And also added onto that, it can help to relieve joint or muscle pains associated with sprains and strains. And when you inhale it, and it helps with relaxation because it's a calmative. It works on the amygdala part of the brain, and then it helps you to calm down. And it also works, when people usually say my nerves are short, as in you're so stressed out. So it also works with enhancing relaxation. And then it's when in health as well, it helps to reduce the symptoms of cold and flu. That the whole stuffy nose, because it works on the stuffiness or the blood vessels that are found in the nose, working as a vasodilator instead of a vasoconstrictor. And when experiencing digestive discomfort, it can act as a calmative and an antispasmodic, meaning it helps to calm down stomach cramps as well. And then for those people who get some headaches or some minor headaches, you can use that as well to help with the headaches and reduce stress, because usually headaches and stress go hand in hand. So when you're stressed, you're bound to get a headache. And peppermint, if you use it, inhale it, or apply it on your temples, it actually helps to reduce stress and headaches, symptoms of stress and headaches.
That's awesome. So,
Mm,
So you can inhale this oil to relieve the symptoms of colds and flus, and it really helps with coughs as well. You can add it
mm,
to your tea for a refreshing cup of peppermint tea. It's great to add to your bath water, and especially after a strenuous workout, it helps with your muscles. And then it also makes a great massage oil. So you add a few drops to V6 and you rub it onto sore spots on your body, and it really helps to soothe and relax those muscles.
awesome. Thanks,
perfect.
Sharon, for the additional tip on the cedarwood. I'll definitely add it to my ointment for my psoriasis. Then, if you don't know Thieves, then you don't know Young Living Essential Oils. I would say. Um, this is this for me is such an amazing oil. Not only do I love the smell of it, but this has got huge. For me, this is the oil and the products that I can't live without. When I walk into my house and I can smell Thieves, then I know my house is clean. So, Aditi, do you want to tell us about what is in it? And I think that once we know what's in it, it will explain a lot as well, right?
Yeah. So Thieves Lee is just such a unique oil to Young Living. The blend is very purifying. And the reason it's purifying is it contains clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary. So if you just look at those ingredients, you can see why this is an oil we've chosen to speak about for immune boosting. I mean, we've spoken about eucalyptus, we've spoken about rosemary. We know clove is a warm oil, great for massages, especially when you're not feeling well. So Thieves is known for its immune support and its cleansing properties. Um, it's just such a unique smell. I mean, I haven't met anyone that doesn't like the smell of Thieves. It just smells
Mm.
so amazing, but the benefits aromatically and when used topically is just mind blowing.
Definitely. And Thieves is amazing. It is, I can never stress it enough. You guys have already picked on it, but it is the most amazing thing that I've ever encountered a young living. And like you said, Aditi, the combination of oils that are found in Thieves help it with its immune support property because it's a combination of such great um, oils which individually have got immune supporting properties. So put together, they create like a immune support bomb, basically. So it's very good as an immune support for colds and flu viruses. It's cleansing to the digestive season and system, sorry. And then it's great for general wellness support, you know, because it is just made up of a combination of very great uh essential oils, and it also has antioxidant properties against infections as well. So it is like a gun, it's a bomb for immune support, basically. And it's just great.
Before I did it, sorry, I cannot. I have to share the story. Um, so my favorite, I mean, for immune support, or when you just start getting sick or getting through flu, putting it in a veggie cap is definitely the best thing to do. But please, please don't, because I wear glasses for a reason, right? Please don't confuse Thieves and Diagize because the labels is very similar color bottles, and if I did a Diagize bomb instead of a Thieves bomb. And let me say, I was detoxed thoroughly. It didn't help with my flu though, but it really helped. So how else can we use Thieves?
So again, Lee, it's great for inhaling and diffusing, and it can really help with the symptoms of sinusitis and allergies. So definitely one I've been using this week. Uh, you can add it to your shower and your bath. So as I said, with Eucalyptus globulus, Thieves works the same way. So you add a few drops, 6 to 8 drops on a face cloth and let it steam in the shower, and you'll really feel the benefits of Thieves. It contains antimicrobial properties, so it helps. It's just really a cleansing oil. So we know that you can use it to ingest, you can use it to diffuse, but you can also use it in your household cleaning routine. It's absolutely fantastic. It makes for a great tea. You can put a drop in your morning tea, your juice, and it's got such a delicious flavor that's spicy and sweet all at the same time. It's just a flavor burst. And the antioxidant properties will really benefit you as well.
That's great. And that brings us to the last of our oils for tonight, which is an oil that I take every morning in a drop or two in my water. And that is grapefruit. Wow, what makes grapefruit immune boosting oil? Let's see.
So grapefruit is one of my favorite citrus oils. It's actually a fantastic skincare oil because it's so rich in vitamin C. And we know that vitamin C is great to prevent UV-induced pigmentation, and it's great for anti-aging, and it just gives you a healthy, youthful glow. But there's so much more to grapefruit. So people use grapefruit to manage their weight. It helps with your lymphatic drainage when used in massages. It, it's so awesome for people that have circulation problems. So you can use it on problem areas like your ankles before a flight. You can add it to your veggie capsules and take and ingest it like that every morning. And it's just such a great tasting oil. So for those of us who suffer
Mm.
from not drinking enough water because we just don't like the taste of water, add 1 or 2 drops to your water, and it makes your water drinking throughout the day so much easier. You will definitely get that 8 glasses of water um, so much easier. and it also smells really nice. So it's great in fragrances. It's just such a versatile, amazing oil. I mean, weight
Mm.
management, skin management, helps you get your water in. So I definitely recommend that you use grapefruit.
Yeah, Aditi, you literally took the words out of my mouth. So I'm just gonna echo everything that you just said about grapefruit. It supports weight management, like Aditi said, it is great for that. And it contains some antioxidants as well, which are great for fighting free radicals that can be produced in the body, making you much more healthier. It offers cleansing properties as well, and it supports the circulatory system, especially when you're someone who drinks a lot of water. It helps support the circulatory system as well. So it is really a great oil. And I know that a lot of people use it for weight management in combination with other oils, because like I said, it is really great for weight management. I actually, when my first encounter with grapefruit was when I saw it being used in combination with another oil for weight management. So it is just an amazing fruit, basically.
Do you
Yeah,
want
and
to
so
share?
rich in vitamin C, and I mean that's we all know vitamin C is vital for immune boosting, and we all want to get that extra vitamin C, especially in the flu season that we're in now.
Yeah. Share, Fred, do you want to share with us what the other oil is that is being used with in conjunction for weight management?
Do you know, I would look up the recipe, because I remember there was a call that I was supposed to put up the recipe. I have it in my diary. I will give it to you, Lee, for so that you can share with people.
Awesome, I'll do that. And
Yes.
what we'll do is we create it like similar to like we did with the last Let's Be Frank call, is we will post the shareable with all the information and on the
Yes.
claims, so as well as what people can't claim, right? To just make it easier for everybody. Ah, there we go. Carol, peppermint, grapefruit, and lemon. Let me write that down.
Yes.
Peppermint, grapefruit, and lemon. Awesome. Thank you, Carol. Then now if you been on this call and you think like these are all amazing oils, they're definitely going to break the bank if I have to buy them all or most of them. I have actually very great good news for you. Is because this month we're running a promotion where you can save 20% on our winter care collection, and that is Eucalyptus Globulus, Thieves, Peppermint, and a 15 ml grapefruit. So, I mean, that is the value. It's valued at 930 Rand if you had to buy it in a regular. But currently you're saving 364 Rand, which is an amazing savings. And this oils will definitely keep you nice and get you through the winter. Now, the next promotion that we also have this month is Contain Thieves, which is our Thieves hand foaming soap duo. So you're getting two, 25% off. They're valued at 520, but this month if you can get both for 295, and this is for me. Oh, my first experience with the Young Living bathrooms. It is such a luxurious product. It's if you're not using it, it's really worthwhile getting it this month to introduce you to the product. And then we also have two other promotions, which is Celebration 40% off, as well as Aroma Seas 50% off, which is amazing oils, an amazing promotion. And then just a reminder, we've got two diffusers on promotion this month, which is our Lantern diffuser, and it's at 800 Rand, as well as our Feather the Owl, which is at 600 Rand, and which is really, so the Lantern comes with lemon and orange essential oil, as well as the Feather the Owl comes with lavender, which was one of the other oils that we've discussed. So this is great to introduce people to the business. And a lot of these oils is also contained in our top 10 oils, which is in our premium starter bundle, or you can find some of them in our South African lifestyle collection, right? So it doesn't matter how you introduce someone to the business, this also definitely benefit them, and you can even introduce them with the South Africa with the four oils that's on promotion this month. Then I would like to remind everybody, if you're not following us on our new Instagram page yet, please do so, which is Young Living _Africa. Please follow us because we will be communicating very shortly all about International Essential Oils Day. It is also Gary's birthday. So please make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Thrive, and Instagram. Then just to remind you that our calls now start at 8 o'clock at night. I know that load shedding is catching us, but next week, Thursday at 8 o'clock, we do product training again. And then we're going to talk more on hot oils. And we've got some of our brand partners on the calls. Looking forward to that. And then we have very exciting news. On the 21st of July, we have one of our American uplines, Ellie, which is soon coming to South Africa, but she's going to do our masterclass, and she is a recently ranked up diamond. Not only is she coming to visit South Africa, but she's going to do our mastermind call on the 21st of July. So we're looking forward to that. And then on the 28th of July, we've got our August launch call. But before we get to that, sorry, I would like to remind everybody about our incentive. And Lebogang shared this quote with me this morning, and I really think it's so relevant to us. Passionate leaders infuse passion in others. And it's not only about passionate leaders, but I think it's passionate brand partners, right? So, I mean, if you're passionate about our oils, all you need to do is share it with other people, because we've got a mission to put an essential oil in every single home. So just a reminder about the incentive. It's running for the whole month. For every incentive that you bring in this month, there's a point allocated. That point is allocated. We're looking at the total PV spend for the whole of July. I'm not going to take you through the point allocation, because by now you should know it. If you're not sure, the collateral is on the virtual offers. We are keeping to our format of tier 1. If you accumulate 200 points, you will get 75 ER points to spend. If you accumulate 400 points, you will get 150 points. If you accumulate 600 points, you will get 300 ER points, which you can spend on anything that's available on ER, but also there's limited items available in our incentive shop, which is our branded thermal mug. We've added this month, we've added some very nice citrus fresh steamers for the shower, as this amazing, as well as the cuddly toy, which is one of my favorite things ever, because it is a little bean bag inside, which you can put in the microwave, put on a few essential oil drops, and give to a child, or not even a child. I mean, I would love to. I keep on saying, I know Lisa loves it. I keep on saying I want one. I definitely should get one before winter is over, because that really looks like something nice to snuggle up to. Then we still have all the non-South African oils available in our incentive shop, as well as some swag. Now, that brings us to the end of our calls, and I thought timing was great. So I would like to remind you to stay warm. Thank you to Aditi and Fran that braved the darkness and the connectivity, as well as the flus and everything. So thanks for an amazing call. We'll share the video on YouTube tomorrow, as well as we'll share some collateral with you shortly, where you can actually share the claims. With all the claims is on what you can say and what you can't say. But this is amazing. So thank you for everybody. Have an amazing night and stay warm. Bye, everybody.
Bye.